For our stencil project, I chose this flower, and if we go over here and right click and go down to image info, there is the number in Cricut Design Space for this image. We could also view the image set and see all the images that were included with that. There's the image I chose. Since I'm just using this as a stencil, the vinyl color really doesn't matter at all. So I've prepped my mat, and then I'm going to go to make it. Click on that, and then move this down a little because it cuts a little too close to the edge for my liking. And then I will click continue. And I've already changed it to Vinyl Plus because my blade's getting a little dull, so I need that extra pressure. Once that's done, I bring the material over to the Cricut and load my mat, and then click the cut button. Now that the cut has finished, it's prompting me to unload my mat. The screen has changed, and now we click done, and it brings us back to our Design Space screen. Then we just remove our material from the mat, and then I'm going to weed this. I've went ahead and cut my material down because I didn't need quite that much. I don't like to waste it. And because this is a stencil, we're going to weed out the opposite of what we would normally. So we're going to take out everything that we would normally keep behind. Now we've got that all weeded. We're going to put it on the transfer tape next, and then transfer it over to the wood blank we're using for this. I've got myself set up here, and I decided that I didn't need transfer tape because the only bits that needed to stay down were here, so I put just a small piece. And I'm going to peel this up carefully. And then see how big of a mess I've made. And place it. And I knew I would go over because when I measured this, I was going to use a bigger board, and then I changed my mind. So it's going to overhang. We'll just have to be a little extra careful. Press it all down. Get ourselves good and stuck. Bubble there. Get all the bubbles out and make sure all the little bits are stuck down. Peel up this transfer tape. Make sure that these bits stick down. This transfer tape is from Oracal, and it is by far my favorite. It works so well. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. And my paint is from Walmart, both the pink and the white. And my paint dauber is from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to try an ombre. I'm going to go in with white towards the top and then work my way down to pink. And we'll just see what we think as we go. I may totally screw this up because I did not practice beforehand. I just read a couple of blogs about how to do it. So far, seems like it's going okay. The vinyl is staying down in place at least. I can definitely tell I'll probably have to do a second coat of paint. But let's let this dry and then we'll check it out. While we're waiting for the movie magic of paint drying to happen, I'm going to use this patterned HTV, which I believe is from Siser, and create the numbers for our little door hanger. I used the Plantain school book, I believe, for the numbers. Because this is patterned HTV and it goes on the mat design face up, I don't need to mirror. I prefer using HTV on wood because, in my opinion, it just sticks a little better. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's see how this turned out. It did only take about 20 minutes to dry, so we will see. Maybe shouldn't have taped it to the paper. Might not have been the smartest move. Alright, well that's not bad. We lost most of the fine detail, but that doesn't surprise me because that was pretty thin. This here, not quite dry yet, and it did kind of smudge. Overall, I'm fairly happy with how this turned out. Now I'm going to put the numbers on it and take it over to the heat press. But first, I'm going to see if I can't get that to dry real fast with the hair dryer.